A couple of things to note before we start the blog. First thing is you might hear some background noise. This is due to Prometheus' continuing lack of attention to detail and not realizing which microphone he was using for this blog. Second thing is that I am not going to be using fancy editing for taking like the 15 minutes to find the relevant images on the internet to put together with our blog here, so I'm mostly going to leave it blank. So I guess that makes this more of a podcast more than anything, so if you wish, you can just have this up in the background while you're browsing other pages. I really don't give a shit. So, with that in mind, here we go.
Yeah,
so hey anyway, everybody, this is Jbizzo
and Prometheus MFD.
And welcome to what I'm going to call a railroaded blog, because something happened and we just had to push this to the front.
We were honestly going to record this on Saturday, the
10th.
The 10th. Yes, because I have work to do, but you know what? Fuck that! who needs money?
He's gotten far enough ahead in his work, we decided, fuck it.
I'll survive entirely on quesadillas. And I make damn good quesadillas.
Indeed.
You know what you do? You take a stack of tortillas and a big-ass bag of cheese, which he can contest that I showed him. Wait, not contest. He can support that I showed him the big-ass bag of cheese. You just put a lot of cheese on one tortilla, put another on top of it, put a paper towel on the top of that, and pop it in the microwave. It's microwave.
Very good.
Cheese. That's what the DIA stands for. Microwave. So anyway,
you know what? I was going to bring up something that I had said before we started recording this. I'm not going to.
No, because I would end this blog right here. I'm staring threateningly at the computer, even though I don't have the webcam running.
And I wouldn't be able to see it anyway, because I've got the screen obscured by stuff.
So anyway,
you gotta love how, like, late in our last blog, you were talking about having to fix the surround sound the next day.
Yeah.
And we did that on November 11th.
Yeah, so I was supposed to put it up on 12th. On the 12th, I put it up on the 3rd of December. And fixing it involved, because it was broken, so fixing it involved completely disabling the DVD changer and the DVD player.
And that was it.
Basically, I have a broken DVD player parts sitting on our kitchen table.
Which, really, who cares?
Yeah. We have both an Xbox and a PS3. We're not lacking for DVD players anytime soon.
That is entirely true. Speaking of video game-related stuff, we actually don't have that much video game-related stuff to talk about in this blog, just because December is a really bad month to release games in. I'm saying this as Mario Kart 7 was just released this past Sunday.
Yes, it was. I've not read anything about it. I don't know any reviews or what.
Neither have I. And that surprised him until I reminded him that could be because I don't even own a fucking 3DS.
I'm not even going to get one until about 3 years after they come out, just like I did with the regular DS and the DS Lite.
But, there's something that you have been playing a lot of recently.
Batman. Skyrim.
Skyrim?
They don't even know what you're referencing.
Like the first, he was showing me Skyrim, like, a day after he got it. And every 5 minutes, his uncle would come in and yell, Skyrim!
Which is still better than the jokes he'd been making about it during the time before I got the game.
18 in life, you got it.
He damn near ruined that game for me without me even getting it. So, thank you, my family, for being so supportive of my hobbies. Yeah, I jest. My entire family is all cool about my hobbies. Except for one. But that one won't be named until later.
Maybe that will be a stinger. Who knows?
Foreshadowing.
Foreshadow. Anyways, we're interrupting on ourselves. Talk about Skyrim. I'm gonna eat pizza.
Vlogging on the seat of our pants. Okay, so even if you've never played any other game in the Elder Scrolls series, which I haven't, because I don't have money, Skyrim's a very fun game. It's definitely more refined than Oblivion it was, with the whole everything levels up with you mechanic, and there are tons of side quests. I'm on my second playthrough. I've never even actually finished the game because I was like, alright, this game is going to be a run for me to decide what I want to do when I actually become serious about a character design. Because, I like to min-max. It's fun to me. But anywho, the environments are just nice and lush, and they seem full. You aren't just wandering around doing nothing for long stretches of time. The graphics are brilliant. The gameplay is fun. The music is epic. The storyline is brilliant. And, with the whole dragon thing, you feel like you're slaying dragons. And when you can defeat them with ease, you feel like you've accomplished the ability to defeat them with ease. So yeah, I like it. I recommend it. Give it like 6 shouts of power out of 5.
Because that's what the Nords do, and the freaking Nords, man.
Well, Nords shout, they scare people away. People who know about dragon shouts shout, and they rip people apart. My favorite shout slows down time itself.
So you yell so loud that the space-time continuum gets fucked up.
It's like, you know what? Fuck this. I need a timeout.
It's like the most epically called timeout in sports ever.
Yes.
I just wanted to know a couple things that I've noticed when you were showing me you playing Skyrim.
Yes.
You seem to have, like, I don't know how common of a problem this is in games, but the partner AI.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of want to go into detail about the partner AI?
So, companions, their pathfinding is a bit inconsistent. Either they lag behind because you're going too fast, or they lag behind you when traveling because they just decided to stand there for about a minute and then follow you. So they can, depending on the companion, they can occasionally not be there when you need them to. And obviously it's a Bethesda game, so it's not going to be the most stable thing.
Although, are the loading times like anywhere near as bad as it was in New Vegas before any patching?
Honestly, it wasn't. Even without installing the loading times weren't nearly as bad. And after installing, they were actually pretty good. I think your longest loading time will be right when you start up the game. And that'll only be about like 20-30 seconds.
Time enough for you to grab some chips or some shit.
Yeah, grab a drink so that you don't, die of dehydration because you're playing the game for 4 days straight.
So that wraps up Skyrim?
That wraps up Skyrim.
Okay, that was really the only actual video game that we had slated to talk about.
Yes.
Because of aforementioned, it's fucking December. So, Prometheus, it's kind of sketchy about what's gonna happen with him, this upcoming holiday.
Basically, if I have a job over Christmas that says I cannot be gone for about the 2 weeks that we're going to be home, I'm going to stay out here and miss out on Christmas with most of my family, but I can see them, next year, whereas the job thing I kind of have to keep. Especially in this economy. But yeah.
But on the off chance...
might be a Jbizzo 49,000 presents... Wow, I totally fucked up saying that. Jbizzo 49 presents a 1,000 video special featuring Prometheus MFD as Deathwater. Oh man, we're just so up in our own asses with references and self-references and TV tropes. It's not even funny.
And Led Zeppelin as Deathwater's son.
The funny thing is, he didn't even know I was going to say that. That came out of nowhere. Hell, I didn't even know I was going to say that until I said it. It's called improv, bitch.
So, what could this 1,000 video special featuring Prometheus MFD, quite possibly as Deathwater, entail?
It could entail us playing video games such as New Super Mario Bros. Wii, Donkey Kong Returns, a rhythm guitar-based genre game.
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah. And finally, some random bullshit that we managed to get a hold of before recording. Why not?
We were like planning like Mario Party or something. That could be a possibility.
Yeah, that could. Although, which one? Because
probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not 8.
No, for fuck's sake, not 8.
I have a copy of 8. It does not work.
I do as well.
You know why my copy of 8 doesn't work? I put it in the fucking microwave. You know why I put it in the microwave?
Because you wanted to watch it light up and shit.
You know why I was bored? Because I was playing Mario Party 8.
Don't you love it when we talk over each other?
Yes. Just goes to show how high quality our videos are.
Makes it so freaking easy for people to tell who's saying what.
Yeah, I mean, our voices are totally different. No one has ever confused us for the other. Especially in the comments.
Oh, yeah. And then, for me, I just have to, like, make my voice a little nasalier. Can't tell the fucking difference.
No, not really. Thanks for that. That's really good for my self-esteem. But... fucking hell.
So as you probably can already tell, we've wanted to make this a more discussion-based blog versus something like where we highlight a bunch of games, because there's not really that many games to highlight in the first place.
We need more content.
So Prometheus brought up like the nature of DLC and what it has become.
Yeah. So, generally, the idea of DLC is that they add optional but still pretty fun stuff to a game in order, to make some more money, add some more content, and for the, bigger fans who want more of it, without alienating the more casual fans or putting the game off. A lot of criticism for DLC, of course, has been you're paying to unlock content that's already on the game. Which, is a logical fear of DLC. But honestly, I haven't seen too much of that, though there has been a bit of abuse for it. Two notable cases are Elder Scrolls 4 and
Oblivion.
Batman Arkham City. So with Elder Scrolls 4 kind of put Bethesda in the spotlight for DLC, especially when Skyrim came out, because of their infamous pony armor, which is basically purely cosmetic armor for your horse for like $5. It was some crazy high amount for what you got. And it showed that they were so far up in their own ass about the game that they were just putting content out to make money off of it rather than to, improve the game. Which is why Bethesda is taking a step back with Skyrim DLC and are trying to provide something more substantial. Hopefully something kind of like Shivering Isles was on Elder Scrolls 4, which was basically its own game. If we could see more of that in Skyrim, that would be perfect. Batman Arkham City also is a huge offender. For those of you not in the know, the pre-order bonuses for Arkham City included a Wonder Woman track pack for GameStop purchases, a Robin track pack for... Not track pack, god damn it, I have Rock Band on the brain. A Catwoman character pack for GameStop pre-orders, which actually affected the story. A Robin character pack for Walmart pre-orders, which...
I thought it was Best Buy.
Best Buy? Walmart? I don't know. One of those two. Who cares? I don't shop there for games anyway. And then the last one, which is the one that isn't Walmart or Best Buy for Robin pack, was alternate costumes for Batman.
He literally just saw this trailer about 15 minutes before we started recording.
And don't get me wrong, I like the idea of alternate costumes. All 3 character packs for Catwoman, Robin, and Nightwing, which was the first, exclusively DLC character pack. So what they did was the pre-order character packs were, a free pre-order bonus, and then they later released them as a paid DLC for the people who didn't get the others. This includes the Batman alternate costumes, which includes 5 alternate costumes. You got 70s Batman, Earth 1 Batman, Dark Knight Returns Batman, Batman Beyond Batman, and Sinestro Corps Batman. Oh, 6 animated Batman. So now they're probably going to charge maybe less than the Nightwing and Robin packs, which the Catwoman was about 800 Microsoft points or $10 for PlayStation Network. I don't know what they use for. I don't know if they use a point system or...
They use straight up dollars.
Just straight up. So it would be about $10. And then Nightwing and Robin each were about 560 Microsoft points, which equates to, let's see, it's a base 80.
7.
So... $7 a piece? Yeah.
You didn't hear me the first time.
No, I did not. I was trying to do math. Because we all know me thinking ends well.
Just watch its aborted playthrough of Super Mario 64.
Yes. So, it was not too badly priced. So these alternate costumes aren't going to be more than about are probably not going to be more than about $5. I'm not. Don't quote me on that because they could as well be $10 for them, even though they're just reskins. So it's not really substance. It's purely cosmetic stuff you're getting with that Batman Alternate Costumes DLC, which is my issue with a lot of what DLC is becoming. It's becoming purely cosmetic. That's not the point of it. It was to add more to the game. It was to add more substance. You know, more missions, more maps, more weapons, entirely new storylines. Hell, even just new characters is fine by me. Otherwise, fighting games such as Mortal Kombat 9 and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 wouldn't be able to do much DLC, and you know, the aforementioned Arkham City with the Catwoman, Nightwing, and Robin character packs. I think the company that really hit their mark with DLC is clearly Harmonix.
Yes.
Which Harmonix alone offers what, like 3,000 songs?
They've been releasing a steady stream of DLC every week for 4 years.
And that's not even included Rock Band Network stuff, which is not offered on the Wii anymore, I believe.
I don't think so.
So, yeah, they're and it's substantial. You're adding new tracks to your rhythm game, and they're $2 a piece unless you buy a track pack, and then then they average out to be about like,
I think it's like 10% off.
Yeah, so about, usually they're in packs of, the minimum pack can be is like 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes up until it's about $20. Speaking of which, I still got both Jimi Hendrix packs to get. And the new Queen pack that came out today.
Ah, yes.
Which finally brings the rest of the Queen songs we've been asking for to Rock Band 3. Because for those who are not in the know, immediately after Rock Band, well, maybe not immediately, pretty close to after they released Rock Band 3, they said no DLC from them would be available to the previous titles, which Rock Band 1 and 2 could share from the same DLC pool. So, there's that. But hopefully, there's always going to be people who try and cash in cheaply on DLC with insubstantial stuff. But I think as long as we still maintain substantial releases, the services for it won't be killed off.
And that's the bottom line?
Yes, that's the bottom line. I give DLC no concepts out of 5 because I can't rate it.
Indeterminate concepts out of 5.
God, flanderization for this blog, huh? Start reading everything.
Yep. There's going to be something else that we're going to rate harshly, but we'll get to that. That's the last thing on my list, and boy, are we going to have some fun with that shit.
Oh, I'm grinning already. Maliciously.
Yes. But we have some other things to get through first.
Gotta say,
something happened that addressed one of my criticisms of one of the most successful PC games the past few years.
And that is?
You were the one that brought the news to me on this.
I did. Oh, okay. Yeah, I blinked there for a second. I'm like, wait. Going through the list. Okay, so, for those of you who didn't know, Minecraft was a wide-open, build stuff sandbox game that created by Mojang Studios. And, one of Jbizzo Jbizzo and many people's criticisms here was that there was really no goal for it. It was like playing with Legos, but on the computer, which they already had that. So, finally, after, what, like 2-3 years of no goal for Minecraft, there's finally a goal.
Wait, so what you're saying is, Minecraft actually has an end game.
Yes.
Hell hath frozeth over.
Don't be silly. Hell froze over when Duke Nukem Forever came out.
Well, that thawed out when everyone realized that Duke Nukem Forever was a piece of shit.
Oh, can they tell that we didn't rehearse that?
Speaking of which, that ties back to the whole DLC.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't believe I forgot that. Wow. Quality.
You're lucky I'm here for you to remember this shit.
If you weren't here, I wouldn't even be doing the blog. Probably wouldn't even have a YouTube channel.
But anyway.
Duke Nukem DLC has been released. And you know how I
Stop
was talking about insubstantial
Stop
DLC?
crying. This blog isn't over yet.
You can cry when you realize you've wasted an hour.
What the hell does that say about us?
I don't give a shit. It's 9:15 here. I wasn't even expecting to be awake at this time.
So about the DNF DLC.
It's essentially 4 maps, each parodying a different leading first-person shooter game. It's parodying Modern Warfare
2,
Team Fortress 2, Halo 3, because that's how up-to-date this fucking game is. And a 4th one, which I didn't even bother looking at because I was too old.
Parody for Halo 3 in 2011.
I'm not kidding. Look it up. It's a straight-up parody.
Halo 3 was released when both of us were in high school.
That was only a couple of years ago, mate.
Still.
I think
I'm in my junior year of college.
Yeah, I'm in my first year of not being in college. Not that I graduated. No, I just left because I'm like, yeah, fuck this noise. I'd rather work. But anyway.
Okay, so we got sidetracked because we forgot shit.
Quality!
Minecraft having an endgame. Let's get back to that.
Yes. So, in a previous blog post, like years ago, once single player was released, Notch talked about the possibility of dragons. Well, we finally got our first dragon, and it's the only one that will spawn in any world you generate. It's the Ender Dragon, who only resides in the End, which you can only get to by getting the End crystals from the 8 and only 8 strongholds that spawn on each map. So, yeah, look it up. Honestly, you know, Jbizzo here probably still thinks I'm a huge Minecraft obsessed guy. I have almost all but cut it out of my life entirely.
I don't think that anymore.
Yeah. Well, okay. But the only reason I did not know that I did not even know about this until what, today? And it's been out, it's been released for that version of it has been released for a while, so yeah. Minecraft has an endgame. Honestly, I'm still going to say it's a pretty good wide open sandbox game. But
it's just a couple of factors.
What really drove me away from it wasn't the game itself. It was the way Notch and by extension Mojang had been acting. He's kind of taken the fandom a bit too far. So,
I had pretty much called what he had described douchebaggery.
Yeah, it was a bit of douchebaggery.
Like taking down message boards, which he personally set up because they weren't family friendly.
No, it wasn't
And
that.
then
It was an interview at the last Minecon.
Uh-huh.
That wasn't
That's what I was about to compare it to.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't pay attention to anything.
Of course you don't. This whole Minecraft having an end game has been out for a while, yet you just found out today.
Yes, I did. And honestly, I believe I've said this before. If you're going to us for the latest video game news, you are going to the wrong place.
We're here to discuss it, not to bring it to you.
Well, more like talk for an hour. It's mostly fluff.
It's a discussion.
Kind of.
You can have a discussion about random shit.
Yeah. So, what do we have next on our repertoire of words?
Yes. he was talking about how I use fancy words like before we start every blog now, I have a list of stuff that we're going to talk about.
Never seems to help.
It never does. Because I I don't write enough shit, apparently.
And I don't have it in front of me. Okay. Note for next blog.
I will send that to you.
Yes.
Before we start.
That would probably be best.
Yes.
Totally mangled that last word.
Yes.
Blech.
Blah. Okay. Sidetracking back to the sidetrack. You were talking about how you were getting crazy with your words. The line for when we were talking about a possible 1,000 video special, I forwarded that with the word tentative. And you were like getting fancy with your words. I'm like, it's not that fancy of a fucking word, man.
You and your college education.
I know my English gooder.
Yes. I grew up in a
I stole that from the Hell Dragon.
Nice. My dad was a computer programmer and my mom was a math teacher. We didn't know shit about English.
But anyway, Prometheus wanted to do this on Saturday.
Yes.
And that was the same night as the VGAs.
Yep. So we could have another blog consisting entirely of me just flipping off Spike TV.
That'll be next month.
I got a bit of carpal tunnel from that. I'm lying.
Well, you're not
that I've been diagnosed with.
Well, I don't think you're going to be flipping it off as much this year.
Yeah.
Because, and I've already told him some of this shit.
Yes.
Game of the Year, none of the items in the Game of the Year are primarily shooters.
Which
is amazing.
Fucking first.
Yes.
I heard that and I'm like, God
and
damn
the only title on there that neither of us even have an opinion on is Uncharted 3.
But
rest of them, Arkham City, Skyrim, Skyward Sword, Portal 2.
I don't even know what genre Uncharted 3 is, honestly. Is it a shooter? Is it action-adventure? Is it...
I think it's like an action-adventure platformer.
Yeah. Is it like Just Cause, but, good?
I think it's Just Cause with less shooting.
Huh. So, yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's something fun about first-person shooters. Like Battlefield, especially when multiplayer's done well. Battlefield 3.
Oh, yeah. I had clicked Best Multiplayer. I'm like, I wonder what games are going to be on this one.
Well, It should be Battlefield 3, mainly because, you know, Skyward Sword, Skyrim, and Batman are all single player.
Mm-hmm.
And Battlefield 3 actually... Battlefield is a series that was almost devoted entirely to multiplayer before Team Fortress 2 did it. So they've had the time to refine it into a nice balanced paste.
Paste?
Of win. Yes, win is in paste form.
Nice.
Unless it's sweet tea, and then it's liquid. But if it's sweet tea and it's in my hands, then it's gone. Then it's a different liquid.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm pretty sure not Modern Warfare 3. I'm pretty sure Battlefield 3 will win best multiplayer because it has the PC version of it, which is like the best multiplayer ever for any first-person shooter that is based off of warfare in the modern times.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I told him that I don't know if they did this format last year, but if they didn't, they changed it up so that I think we had said last year that all the categories were solely viewer voted.
Which
this year just 2 of them are.
Which, if you know Spike's viewership, it's the people that are too good for G4 TV, but not good enough for like USA. USA has some pretty good shows. Psych and Burn Notice is pretty good.
The only 2 that are viewer voted actually make fucking sense.
And those are
Most Anticipated Game and Trailer of the Year.
Is the most anticipated game for next year?
Let me take a look. Looks like it.
So I think last time it was the most anticipated game was Arkham City.
Is it because, yeah, we got Bioshock Infinite, Halo 4, Mass Effect 3, all that shit.
3 games I'm never gonna play.
The new Diablo game.
I've never actually played Diablo. I've had Diablo, which is surprising, but I've never played it.
And then, what we got for Trailer of the Year? God. Assassin's Creed Revelations, E3.
I haven't even finished Brotherhood.
Arkham City Reveal.
Arkham City was good. Who am I kidding? Arkham City was brilliant.
Dark Souls debut.
Dark Souls was harder than Demon Souls. Jesus Christ. That game will kick your ass. Worse than Ninja Gaiden ever could.
Skyrim in-game debut.
Mm-hmm. I like Skyrim. Skyrim's fun.
Among others. There's like 10 of them here.
Yeah. We'll make you do homework. Go look them up yourself. Have them turned in on my desk by tomorrow evening.
No. How about let's not and say we did?
Okay. I managed to convince a teacher to do that in high school. With a project.
Oh yes, you keep telling me about this.
Yes, because it was like the highlight of my high school years. The rest,
and really,
it was the only thing that didn't consist of sleeping through class and video games.
And really, that's kind of sad.
Yeah, well, I slept through class a lot, mainly because I was up all night playing video games. There's a kind of pattern there.
Well, I was often up for a majority of the night playing video games, and I managed to not fall asleep in class.
Yeah, well, you're just better at school than me. I'm better at farm stuff. Like tractors.
Big
Animals.
fucking tractors.
Yes. Anyway. Yes, for those of you who don't know, I come from a long line of farmers. And by a long line, I mean like the 6 generations that have been living in the U.S. Prior to that, we have no idea.
It's just really on the family tree, it's just a bunch of question marks.
Wait, me... 5 generations.
Still a bunch of question marks.
Yeah.
something that was reported like a month and a half ago that I was going to talk about last month, but totally forgot.
Because you know.
See, here's the whole we don't plan these things 100% again.
I think you told me about this at the start of the previous blog as well, and you didn't let me in on it then either.
I don't think so. I don't think I even mentioned this to you, much less talk about it.
Oh well.
Because I know I didn't talk about it.
So.
Nintendo's half-year financial statements were released like a month and a half ago, and they're expected to face their first yearly loss in 3 decades.
Yeah,
This is mainly due to a huge factor of this is the continued strengthening of the yen, which is hitting Japanese companies across the fucking board.
Yeah.
And the poor early sales of the 3DS.
Should we explain to them how economy works, or do you think they're smart enough to get it?
I think they're smart enough to get it.
Let me rephrase that. I don't understand what you're talking about. Please explain how the economy works.
Well, essentially, a company makes stuff, you pay for it, and they get money.
Okay.
That's the economy in like 10 seconds.
Okay, so how does the strengthening of the... Okay, first of all, what does strengthening of the yen even mean?
Okay, so, if you've looked at, like, foreign exchange markets, is that you look at a bunch of currencies and see how much of your currency it takes to buy so much of another's currency, and you see the fluctuations in that.
Which is basically how our money is backed now.
Yeah. As a fact, our money has been backed for quite some time on what is known as fiat currency, which means like there's some governing like our currency has value because the government says so.
So it's trust in our governing body that provides value to money.
Which, if you know anything about politics, is really fucking shady.
Yes. Which means that, considering the political alignment of about 90% of my family, our money is worthless.
Pretty much.
Politics.
Politics suck.
Yes, they do. Which is why I try not to pick sides.
Which is one of the reasons you left the fucking state of Iowa.
Yeah. No more caucuses, thank God.
You can't go 5 fucking months without someone talking about fucking running for president around here.
I hate that giving Iowa the first caucus of the year is like the biggest fucking mistake ever. Though anybody without that, none of them would have been caught dead in Iowa.
Yeah, pretty much.
And even then, that's a toss-up.
Huh.
But yeah, so yeah, I try and avoid taking sides when it comes to politics. I have my own beliefs. I'm even registered as an independent. I find the only time sides are good is sports, and even then, we could use more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one-on-one basketball. Or football with legions of players.
Now you're talking like Blood Bowl shit.
There you go. Get some blood sports going, revitalize the economy with that.
But anyway.
Like how I transitioned right back into the main topic.
I'm looking at the current exchange for yen and US dollars, and it's about It's about 78 yen per US dollar now, which is way fucking down.
Because I know for a time there it was about
for a time you could base
100 yen to the 1 US dollar.
In fact, like if you were playing Pokemon, you would know that the quote unquote real price if you lived here in the US is if you like took the last 2 zeros off of the price of whatever the heck you were buying in that game.
Yeah.
Because that's essentially what it was. It was basically based on yen currency.
Yeah. Well, in Japan it was yen.
Yeah, it was yen.
They changed it to Pokebucks or Pokedollars or points or whatever you want to call
whatever
it.
Whatever the fuck it was. I think it was Pokedollars at one point.
It's all based on what fans call it. There is no official... Because it's not... It's Nintendo of America that changed it.
They changed it, yeah.
So anyway...
Speaking of Nintendo, you see that smooth transition? Smooth my ass!
We are so brilliant!
Let's see. What was the I'm looking at the article post on this, and I'm trying to find the losses before income tax for the half year. 107.9 billion yen. So that's about like $1.3 billion. United States dollars, that is.
USD.
Yep.
The good old USD.
And
to be based on Wulongs.
If you're looking at their financial statements, the biggest drop in sales, unsurprisingly, came from the U.S., where revenue took like a steep drop. Like it dropped like 54%.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's more than half.
Yes.
See, I can math.
and that's largely that's attributable to first of all the exchange rate, and second of all the sales of the 3DS hardware, which in its first quarter sold just over 700,000 units, which is pathetic.
So to let you in the know, with most consoles, excluding the Wii, companies tend to lose money when they sell each of those.
Yes.
Because they tend to be more expensive to make than they sell them for. And they make up for it with game sales. Because you're logically going to sell more games than you're going to sell consoles.
It's just the nature of the industry.
I say except for the Wii, because they were selling it at a higher price that was still reasonable than they were making.
It was still reasonable, and demand was so high that it's kind of acceptable.
Yes. You want to know how high demand was? The summer after it came out, so this is a good 6 months or so. I had the money I had the $250 to purchase one. Had to get mine from California. So, I still have it. I haven't hooked it up yet because, Skyrim and Arkham City.
Yeah. So, this of course is based on half-year marks. Yes. I believe the Nintendo fiscal year starts April 1st. So it goes April 1st to March 31st. So it's not the calendar year. They chose to start in April, way back in like fucking who knows how long ago, because they were doing a bunch of stuff before they were making video games.
They were a card game company.
Yes. They originally sell playing cards.
Yes, playing card company. I said card game out of instinct. I only played Yu-Gi-Oh for almost a decade. Holy shit. I started when I was about 8, quit when I was 17.
We may have reacted well to the unveiling of the Wii U. Markets did not react so well to that.
Yeah.
Like the next day, Nintendo stock price dropped about 6%.
Ooh.
Because it just took, like, just a steep dive.
You know, this is reinforcing my argument that Nintendo could easily just leave the console business and go exclusively handheld and just ramp up that technology so much that it doesn't even matter.
Because when your main financial priority in the last 6 months of the year is damage control, you're in a fucking mess.
Yeah. Well, it still isn't enough to put Nintendo out of business.
No.
You'd need, like...
They're thinking, like, with the games that have come out recently, Super Mario 3D Land, Mario Kart 7, they're projecting that loss to be reduced to about 20 billion yen, which would be like, what would that be, like $270 million, something like that.
To kill off Nintendo at this point were to acquire time travel. To go to the past. To help, what was it, Paramount or Sony Pictures get the rights to King Kong?
Probably Sony. That would make the most sense.
Yeah. I think it's Paramount, actually. But anyway, make it so Nintendo can't make Donkey Kong and retroactively delete them from history. That is the only way you're going to make sure Nintendo goes under now. Because I assure you, they have money to spare.
Yes. In fact, their woes were solely on the exchange rate and poor sales.
Yes.
Like if you look at the balance sheet, which looks at assets and liabilities and such, their research and development costs rose as expected, like 2%.
How telling is it that when you said assets, I thought Zero Suit Samus?
For fuck's sake!
Holy shit! I mean,
that just reminds me that I have to do Other M eventually. Fuck me.
I'm done. I'm good. Oh,
God.
poor bastard.
I'm gonna fucking do it, and you're gonna watch.
I will. I'll go commentate to kind of take the edge off. Because if you're mad at me, you won't be nearly as mad at the game.
No, I don't get mad at you as nearly as often as the fucking game.
I know, but if you're mad at me, that's distracting you from it.
It could be distracting, but then I'm reminded of something that happens later in the game, and you're off the fucking hook.
Aww. Wait. Completely unreined Prometheus attitude. This could bring in a new era of commentary. I will bring Raocow to shame. Except I'm not French Canadian.
No.
So I can't pull
it would work. It would work more if you were French Canadian.
For some reason, French Canadians can pull off like the weird accent and rambling in English. Because you had
like Raocow and Psychedelic Eyeball and those guys.
I was about to say Psychedelic Eyeball. Well, I was about to say that one guy from Retsu Pare, but
I actually know the fucking guy's username.
Yes. Well, I knew it. I just couldn't remember it now because my mind is disorganized. If it were a filing case, it would say out of order.
And just have a bunch of shit just sticking out of it.
There's just stacks of papers all around it. No
Looks
folders,
like
just papers.
No folders. Well, there's your
I
problem.
treat my brain like I treat my computer. No folders. I think
No, really, he has a folder that says porn, P0RN. And then another folder inside that's prawn, PRAWN.
I actually did that on a library computer once. And I just filled it with pictures of prawns. Labeled it the most suggestive things I could think of. It took me about like an hour.
Hilarious.
No, I actually have on my desktop, on my currently not working computer, a folder that says desktop stuff because it was cluttering up my desktop so much.
Oh, man. Well, as per usual, that involved a lot of sidetracking bullshit shenanigans.
It's like an Elder Scrolls game, but with commentary.
It's like we were doing a blog or some shit.
Yeah. It's like we were doing a blog or some shit.
Fuck knows we're not doing that right now.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm listening to the DirecTV Classic Rock Radio TV thing.
I thought you were listening to the voices in your head, 9 of which were speaking in Spanish and the others singing the Tetris theme.
No, but, so, you know how I only watch, like, 8 TV shows now? Wait. You got Burn Notice, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack, Adventure Time, regular show, Tosh.0. I'm missing one.
Oh, fuck.
Psych, that's it.
Psych.
Most of the time I just have the classic rock radio station on DirecTV that DirecTV offers. But they only have like 32 songs.
You've counted them?
Yes. They've
They
actually
could be
repeated enough that I could. And honestly, I have a cord here that I could hook up my Zune to the surround sound to, but I'm just too lazy to do that. Require pulling the surround sound out, moving the bass speaker, unplugging the TV connectors, plugging the Zune connector in, and then having to switch them out when someone wants to watch TV.
Pain in the ass.
Yeah. Well, once some time passes, our entire house, like anything, will hook up to everything else wirelessly. That's my goal.
Which will be nice.
Yes.
Okay, so the end here might be a bit abrupt, but I did end up splitting the last near half hour off of this because I felt it was necessary to make what we had talked about in that time frame a separate video. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and click the annotation link that has just appeared in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It will take you to something that I believe I have titled a near half-hour rage-fueled tirade against the new YouTube UI, and we had some fun discussing that. We hope you had just as much fun listening to that should you click that link. So, do yourselves a favor and get yourselves to it.